Let us see what is a process and what is a cycle. Okay. Now this is a PV graph. Okay. You know that two using two independent intensive properties we can set the state, we can say the state of a system. Okay, so this is state 1. For example, this is a system. Okay, so at state 1 it has got a pressure. Okay, it has got a volume and other properties, enthalpy, entropy, uh, temperature, anything that will all assign the corresponding values that you know. Okay, that is mean by properties. So for the state 1 it has got all the values, all the set of values. State 1 is fixed. Now physically what I do is I move this piston towards right. What will happen? The pressure will come down. As you see here, you can see the pressure has come down and it has reached the other set of properties which is at state 2. So corresponding volume is there, volume is this one. Okay, what happens to the volume? Volume is getting increased, volume of this system, this piston cylinder device, that is getting increased. Okay, so volume from this point, so this is my V1, it has increased. And pressure, what happened? Pressure, this is my P1 and this is my P2. Okay, so that has got decreased. Now from state 1 there is a change of properties to state 2. So this change of properties of the system is called as the process. Fine, there is a change of the state of the system from state 1 to state 2. So that change is called as process. Fine. Now this is state 1 and suppose this is state, another state here, that is it has got a specific property P and it has got a specific property V. Okay, and this is the another state, and suppose this is another state. These are all the states in between 1 and 2. Okay, so this is another state, so it goes like that. So these are series of states through which this system passes during a change. Okay, so this is called as this series of states through which the system passes is called as process path. Process path. Fine. Now how will I get all these corresponding or the states in between 1 and 2? It has I have to fix this P or I have to fix this V. How can I do that? If I move it very faster, can I do it? If I move it very faster, the fluid near the piston will be having a lower pressure. Okay, suddenly if I move this, suddenly what happens? Suddenly here the fluid will not be there. Fluid will not be accompanied with this piston. So here the pressure will be lower and all these parts away from the piston, the pressure will be more. So you recall about the equilibrium. So when it is at equilibrium, pressure are all equal or temperature or any properties are equal, then only we can fix its state. Otherwise we cannot we cannot tell about the state of that system. Okay, so all these properties, how will I get? I have to move this piston very slowly. Okay, so that the system remains infinitesimally close to an equilibrium state at all times. Okay, so the process proceeds in such a manner that the system remains infinitesimally close to an equilibrium states at all times. Okay, so this is called as quasi equilibrium process. Quasi equilibrium process or quasi static process. Fine. So you understood what is process, that is change from one state to another state, and series of such states that uh, that passes through which the system passes during a process is called as process path. And you understood what is quasi equilibrium process also. That means at all these points system should come to equilibrium state. Okay. Now what is cycle? What is cycle? Cycle is at the end of the process. Suppose the system has come to this position. Okay, so what happens? The volume has increased and it is coming back again to this position only. How will I draw this? Suppose the PV relationship is in this way, so it goes back in this way. Suppose, okay, so this go back in this way. That is PV relationship is like this, and it comes back to its initial position at the end of the process. That means it comes back to initial pressure as well as initial volume and initial properties. Then we can say that it has undergone a cycle. A system is said to have undergone a cycle if it returns to its initial state at the end of the process. Okay, so I hope you understood process, cycles, process paths, quasi equilibrium process. Okay, thank you.